Okay, I'm Peter Sesselmann, and today I'm going to do some modifications to this gypsy style guitar that I actually converted from an aria nylon string classical guitar. And it's been a great little guitar, but it needs some sprucing up and some little bit of updating. So let's have a look at that. I'm going to do a cutaway because I like to get to these upper frets here to be able to take chords right up into this area here. And I can't really do that at the moment. So planning the cutaway here, first I need to get an outline of the shape of the guitar. So I'm taking a piece of paper and I'm rubbing the paper along the edge so I can see the crease left by the guitar, and then I'll take a pair of scissors and cut along that. So here's a cut template, the exact shape. Now it doesn't have to be exactly the same shape, but why not? So generally what I do is I just run that in reverse some way or another, probably about like that, and that'll be the shape of a cutaway. Come back a little bit, over there, and then I'll mark it on. You can see now I've marked the front, side, back and down here. So I'm leaving that straight through like that. So I've masked each side of the cut. I'm making on the side. I'm going to use this Japanese hand saw. It's a pull saw. It's got fairly fine teeth. Now this next cut, which is through here, as long as I stay on the outside of the line, it's not that critical because I can shape that afterwards with a file or something. And the timber that's on the outside, well, I'm not going to be using that. Now last time I did this, I used a jigsaw to cut that cut, but I was a little bit splintered a bit, and I was a little bit big tool for a small job. So this time I'm just using a Dremel, just with a cutting blade, just cutting through thin ply, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to warm this up a little bit. And there it comes off. We can see here now it's got a nice curve on it. The block's been shaped down to fit the radius up to here. So from here it kind of looks pretty perfect to me. What I need to do now is to refashion this bit so I can put that in there. So I got the side bits up, relatively easy, a bit of heat, but it's kind of snapped off, so that was easy. So now, to see if I can bend this the opposite direction, it's going to be a little bit tricky. I'm going to have to put that in water, hot water for a bit, I think, to soften it right up. So I'll do that now. So in order to get the side bits off, I'm putting in a bit of water, warming it up a little bit, and I'm also putting the spatula in here and kind of snapping off the little bits that stick up. And then edges off. Soaking in water. See, I've got the piece of timber sitting in my little pizza oven here, warming up, steaming a little bit. Okay, it's nice and warm now. Down there. Yeah. Shapes in beautifully. So I just cut this piece out on the bandsaw to line up with there. So it should fit reasonably well. That'll go in there like that. Done with the side piece here. I've just strapped it to the side of it's a kind of screw container, but it's also an old plumbing pipe, just to keep it shaped overnight. Relatively successful afternoon. Hasn't really taken very long. What time is it now? 3:15. I reckon it's taken about an hour so far. So not really a big job. Don't need an enormous amount of tools. A couple of tools is always handy. Makes the job go a little quicker. You don't really need it. So tomorrow then, when I get a chance after work, I'll glue the piece on. And then tidy it up a little bit. There'll be a little bit of filling because it won't be exactly the right size. But we'll go through that tomorrow. So see you tomorrow. Cheers. Okay, so here we are, next morning. All the glue appears to have dried. We have our piece of wood here. Let's have a look at that first. Take the clamps off on the strap. So that's now has a nice curve. That should fit roughly in there. So that's looking good. You can take all these clamps off. That. It all looks pretty good to me. All ready for the piece to go on. I might have to do a little bit more on the belt sander just to smoothen out just a little bit here and there. Nothing of any magnitude. And then it's just a question of gluing that piece in place. Okay, so the glue is now set. You can see here I've put a few tacks in to hold the plate in place while I was drying. The holes from the tacks, that's basically where the binding will go, so there's not going to be any marks from them once the job is finished. A little bit of rubber tubing here to hold the middle in place. This is just the kind of tubing you'll find at a sports place or something like that. So let's take the pins out. Bang, bang or biffo. So, for all intentional purposes, the job is done now. All that's left really is to pretty it up, which is an important part of it. But, yeah, that looks pretty good, I think. gives you access right up into here. So, next step, a little bit of filler in that crack there. If you can see that clearly, just end up, so I'll put a little bit of wood filler along there, and I'll probably wipe a little bit of stain just to make that same color as the rest. And I need to put some new binding on each side here and across there. Job's done. Okay then, so here we are. It's done. The cutaway is complete and pretty successful. I didn't refinish the whole guitar this time because this is more of a workhorse than anything else. But if it was a different guitar, I'd probably respray the whole thing and then do a really neat and tidy job. But still not bad. As you can see, that's the curve bit there, binding front and back. So and you can get right up into here now. So yeah, that's great. Do I recommend for people to do this? I wonder. Depends how much guts you have, I suppose, and how important the guitar is to you. If it's a really valuable guitar, or if it's just one you use all the time, it's not really valuable, but it's just a great workhorse like this is, then I wouldn't have any qualms about doing it. So thanks for watching the video. If you want to check out some of the other things that I make and sell, you can go to my website, peterman.com.au, and you can find the pickups, stomp boxes and microphones that I make. So again, thanks for your time, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.